Hi folks, how you doing? I hope everything's going well with you. It's actually been quite a little while since I've done a vlog now, and I've really just been busy with the end of the river season, which closed a few days ago. And just trying to get as much time on the bank as possible really, and maximise my chances for a few of the targets I'd set very, very late in the river season, and we'll get onto that in a little bit. We've also got a few little DIY projects that I'll update you on, all of that coming up in this vlog, which is I think vlog number 6. So I guess the first thing to mention is my latest video, which came out actually nearly a week ago. It's one all about fly fishing for trout, which is something that I took up at the start of the trout season last year, a year ago now basically. It's probably one of the longest videos I've released on this channel so far. It was quite an ambitious edit. It took me a really long time to get all that together. But just let me know if you're enjoying that kind of long style format. I've got a few shorter videos coming out soon which are more coarse angling, and let me know what kind of style you like down in the comment section. I'd be really interested to know which ones you enjoy, longer or shorter videos. And with trout fishing in mind, I've been down in the shed making up a new net ready for the trout season. I did update this in a vlog a few weeks ago, quite a few weeks ago now, but we've progressed that quite nicely, so I'll catch you up on the progress that I've made so far. So in one of the past vlogs I'd already showed you the net that I've got, but I've threaded some wire through it so I can get a rough idea of its shape, quite large. My only wish for that net is actually the bottom, which has some very, very large holes here. So I think if I catch a small fish, it will just swim out. So big fish only this trout season. Yeah, I wish. Anyway, I've also got some flexi-ply, and I've cut this down so it's about 2 centimeters wide, and then I'm bending it into shape currently, and we'll glue it so it's laminated. I've got all the clips and everything here ready to go, so we'll probably glue that up today so I can start some of the more finishing touches, like getting the handle prepared. I would need to work out a way to cut a channel in so the string that holds the net is just recessed slightly. All things like that, but we are getting there. Well, I've moved into the house for a little bit more space to make sure I can get this net all glued up nicely. I've got as many clamps as I could find to put all around the outside to make sure we get a really nice tight bond. I've also got the leg off an old seat box to push the rim out to make sure it's nice and broad, and hopefully it will set in this shape. We will see what happens. Well, I've got this net clamped up now, so fingers crossed it'll bond together really, really well. It'll hold its shape, and we can come back tomorrow and do a little bit more work on it. Let's see what happens. Well, aside for some bits of DIY fishing tackle, I've also been doing a lot of fishing, and really just up to the end of the course season. The course season always seems to coincide with some really bad weather at the end of it, so it probably wasn't as good as I was hoping it would be, but I still managed to get out on a really nice end of season session down my local river, and I caught some absolutely fantastic chub. That will be out in a video in probably a few days actually, but I might just run you through some of the tackle I was using in that. So in terms of kit, and probably to start with the rod and reel first, I was just using a little light 10-foot feeder rod, quiver tip rod, and this has a 0.5 ounce tip in, so a really, really light tip. There's not very much flow on the river I was fishing, so you can get away with something that's dead light, so you can see those bites really, really clearly. And indeed, the big chub there will absolutely slam that tip round, no problem at all. Onto this, I've got a centre pin reel there. I quite enjoy ledgering with a centre pin, it's really good fun. Most of the time I just keep the clicker off, and then when you get a bite you can actually feel it start to pull line through your fingers, often before you'll even see the tip move round. It's also great when you don't have to cast that far, it's a really good fun way to fish. And onto this reel I've got some 5-pound mainline, and this goes down to a clip swivel, so kind of a running rig really. And then I've got a Quorum turbo bead, so I can change out the hook links really, really easily. And I was using some 3.8 pound as the hook link, and just had a size 12 or 14 hook with 2 or 3 maggots put on, and that was essentially the rig that I was using. On this session, I didn't really want to bring loads of kit, so I just put everything into my bucket. And this obviously has a really handy top tray where I was keeping all of my terminal tackle, spare hooks, feeders, all of that kind of stuff. For weight and for the feeder, I was using this little maggot feeder, and I have no idea where this came from. I think it was in a tackle box that my uncle gave me, but it's absolutely brilliant because obviously it's just weighted down by whatever split shot you want to put on there. So there's two, I don't know what they are, a couple of shot on there, which was absolutely perfect for conditions down the river on that day. It just allows me to trickle through a very few maggots and keeps everything really, really light. So when those bites do come, they can probably often just lift this off and they're away. They don't feel any resistance at all. Well, even before that final session down on my local and in the weeks leading up to that session, I'd been heading out chub fishing. I really wanted to catch a 4 or 5 pound chub, something around that mark from one specific river. And I'd done a lot of sessions going into evenings and just into dark to try and make that happen. While I did catch a lot of chub, I didn't manage my target, but I did manage some very surprise visitors, and I'm not going to say too much about them, but it's the coldest and latest in the season I've ever managed to land these fish. So make sure you tune in to that video, which will be a roundup of all of my chub fishing in February and March, so it should be out in the next couple of weeks. At the same time as the chub fishing, I also set the target of catching a really big pike, a double figure fish. And this was probably too ambitious whilst also trying to catch big chub. It just didn't really leave me enough time to do either. I did manage a few pike sessions, but they were pretty tough going if I'm perfectly honest. I landed a couple of reasonably nice fish, but just nothing of any particular size and nowhere near the double figure fish that I wanted. This is going to now have to wait until next season, next winter really, so a whole year before I'll get out on the rivers again piking. But I am going to switch to a couple of still waters and we'll see if we can get some fish out of those to make up for our lack of success on the rivers. With the close of the rivers, I'm now switching to some still water species. We've got some eel fishing to get into, which I'm quite keen on, and a little bit of piking just while it's a bit cold. As soon as the temperatures rise, we'll pack that in. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this vlog and catching up with all of the little projects and fishing that I've been up to. Keep your eyes out for videos coming for the next 3 weeks really, and they'll all be river based just while I edit content that's left over from the river season before we move into some still waters and then into the trout season. So make sure you're subscribed. Leave me a comment down below, let me know how the end of your river season went. I'd be interested to know which species you had out. And as always, hope to see you in future videos. Thanks for watching.